Number 71, calcium chloride hexahydrate, which is CaCl2, 6H2O, dehydrates according to the equation. And then they give us this equation here. And they tell us that it has a Kp value of 5.09 times 10 to the negative 44th at 25 degrees Celsius. And here comes the question. It says, what is the pressure of the water vapor at equilibrium when we have a mixture of the calcium chloride hexahydrate and the calcium chloride, the CaCl2, at the 25 degrees Celsius? Okie dokie. So I see that I have an equation here, so I'm just going to rewrite this a little bit bigger just to work with it. So we have CaCl2, 6 H2Os. Remember, when there's a dot in the middle, that just means that it's a hydrate, but you're going to classify this as one whole thing. It's a solid, and this comes to equilibrium. I see the double arrow with the calcium chloride, and that's also a solid, plus the 6 H2O. And that's a gas. Looks pretty symmetrical to me. So now let's see. The question is, what is the pressure of the water vapor at equilibrium? Now, which one of these are they looking for? They said water, that's H2O, and vapor, another word for vapor is a gas. They're talking about the state. So we're looking at this one. Here's the water vapor. They're looking for the pressure. So what specific unit? ATM, torr, millimeters of mercury. They didn't necessarily say, but remember guys, if we have Kp values, the only pressure unit that's allowed in the Kp expression is ATM. So I'm looking for atmospheres, ATM, of H2O. Okie dokie. So they gave me a Kp expression, or a number. We can write a specific expression or formula because we know the general expression for Kp formulas. It's this one, right? Kp is just the pressure of the products divided by the pressure of the reactants raised to their coefficients. But we gotta play the game. Only aqueous and gases are allowed in this formula. So always go for those states first. But this one is a solid. Here's another solid. And then I have a gas. Remember, only aqueous and gases are allowed. So is this hydrate allowed? No, it's a solid. No solids allowed. And the same one for this one. So I don't even care about this compound. Get rid of it. Exit it out, just say to yourself, I don't care about this one when I'm writing my Kp equation. So now, let's keep going. Let's write out this specific equation. And remember, before we do this, just make sure that this was balanced. But I did see that they gave us coefficients already, so I'm pretty sure that it's balanced. And now let's write it. I have only one product that I care about here. So it's the pressure of the H2O. And this is now going to be raised to the coefficient. I did see that there was a 6 here, so I have to raise this to the 6th. Now, I can't take this because that's not a gas or aqueous. And the same thing for the reactant. There is no gases on the reactant side. So what placeholder number am I going to use here? Yeah, the placeholder number is always a 1. Then you can simplify, right? Anything divided by 1 is itself. So I can basically get rid of this and this. And now it's as simple as the Kp is equal to the pressure of H2O raised to the 6th. They told me the Kp value, 5.09 times 10 to the negative 44th. The H2O is basically what we're looking for, right? And maybe I'll make this in red just to kind of color code this, that this should be on the red side because red are the products. So this is what I'm solving for. I'm going to say X. And then let's keep going. 5.09 times 10 to the negative 44th equals X, and now that's raised to the 6th. Now, how are we going to get X by itself? Well, usually when there's like a 2 here, right, this is the square root, or actually I'm squaring it, so the opposite of squaring is the square root. So in this case, since I have a 6 here, I would be able to do the 6th root. But now on the calculator, me personally, I don't know how to write out a 6th root in the calculator, so I just do it a different way. But basically, that's what roots are. Now, in this case, what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to move this a little bit outward, is that you see how this is raised to the 6th. And remember, if I want to make this a fraction, this is the same thing as 6 over 1. So what I can do is I can raise the whole thing to the inverse of this. It would be 1 over 6th. And look here, the 6's will cancel. If you're multiplying by two fractions, remember, if the numerator and the denominator are the same, they cancel, and then the 1's cancel. But you got to be fair. If you're, raising this to the 1/6, you have to raise this to the 1/6. And that's the same thing as a 6th root, raising it to the 1/6. So now this all cancels, and now I just have x equals, and remember, x, just like we said, x was the pressure of H2O, and that's what they wanted, the pressure of that water vapor. So the pressure of H2O, and now let's figure out what that number is. So calculus out, 5.09 times 10 to the negative 44th. I'm going to raise the whole thing. I'm going to put in parentheses 1 divided by 6, just to make sure that the calculator understands what I'm doing. And I got 3 sig figs, so 6.09 times 10 to the negative 8th. And unit, remember the only unit that's allowed for Kp for pressure is ATM. So this is the unit. The pressure of H2O vapor is 6.09 times 10 to the negative 8th ATM. And there you go. So hopefully this helped. Thank you so much for viewing the video. Let me know in the comments if this helped you out. And if you want to help us out, please press the subscribe button. We're almost at 15,000 subs. So that's really, really, really amazing. It's crazy, how far this journey has come. So let's keep going. All right, guys? I will see you all in the next lesson. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.